Hello, hello. How we doing? Cleepaw, welcome in. That's a lot of emotes. Great, love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, but here we are on the brink of what could be the end of the first playthrough. And man, I'm even getting skip frames on this game. What does it say? Yeah, wow. What's the stream like at that end? You're a lot you were told earlier, yeah. Is it glitching out at your end? Let me just it looks like it probably is. Not too bad. Okay, it did say that it was going at like 12 frames a second then. But yeah, this GPU I think is on its way out. It's really struggling. Yeah, it's like dropping down. I haven't even started the simulation and it's dropping down to like 46, 45 frames per second. Let's start the simulation and see what it does. Yeah, I don't know. This could be a short stream. The problem is also I'm not even sure what game it's going to work for. But if you're not noticing a problem, it might be okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at my end. It seems to be okay. So maybe it's just a OBS problem. Let me reset the starts again. But yeah, let's hope that the Beavers are gonna make it through. Oh yeah, no, this is that's going really badly again. That's worse than it was. This is like the same as what I was getting in City Skylines when I was testing. And yeah, the GPU is like constantly at 99%. What does it? Oops. Bit glitchy but watchable. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit better than what it was. It's kind of dropped down to 18% drop frames. I don't know. I hope it is the GPU, because if it's something else as well, or if it's something else, then yeah, I don't have a lot of money at the moment to be spending. Are you sure it's watchable? It looks like it's freaking out at my end. Let me move my camera as well, because it's blocking a whole lot of stuff. Not great. Maybe we should be rescheduling. The problem is yeah, I'll have to wait until I get the GPU. Because yeah, there's not a lot I can do about it, I don't think. At least you can see that now. It's kind of going up and down. It's like now it's 19%, but it's still like in the red, which is not very good. So yeah. You don't want to be postponing the stream? Is that your issue? how did it cope with that? Yeah, I can see they're kind of yeah, it's dropping, like frames per second is dropping right down. Which is, oh dear, now our water's dried up here. So yeah, things can go from bad to worse. Not just with the PC, but also with the poor old beavers. And a lot of these crops are going to die by the looks of it, because they're drying up in one day, and we still have 2.8 days of drought. So yeah, we've got serious problems in all manner of speaking, because yeah, our food is still not in an ideal situation. All of these berries have now died as well, or will die, I would say. Oh, they'll be alright actually. They won't die until 8.4 days. But yeah, unless I can figure out if it's anything other than the GPU, which I don't think it is, because I'll show you the task manager here. Yeah, the GPU is consistently up in the 90s, and everything else looks pretty normal. I know that probably doesn't mean a lot to you, Cleepor, but yeah, you can probably see that this is, even though the temperatures are right, that's okay. It's just that it's being used, it's using too much of itself for that kind of to work. So yeah, I'm like 99% sure it is GPU, but and I have, as you know, Cleepor, I have ordered a new one, but it will just depend on when that's gonna arrive potentially. Yeah. Is it still glitching out? It's still like very framey by the looks of it. Is that when I move things that it gets worse, or? But yeah, because like, you know, it's understandable that city skylines would cause that type of problem, but this game shouldn't. I could test Minecraft, I suppose, and see. That's probably the game that's least reliant on GPU. I mean, I'm looking at it on the other screen there. It's not like cities would be. Like with cities, I was getting 50% percentage of skip frames, and yeah, all sorts of problems. So that's certainly a little bit better, but yeah. On the other hand, it's not ideal if it's not great to watch. Seems okay though. We'll keep going. We'll try and push through. But if it gets really bad, just let me know, and we'll either have to end, or we can always. It could be quite good if we can test a couple of things. Test Minecraft, for example. It would be quite handy to have you there to help with that. Right, so yeah, it looks like we're in a bit of strife here. All of these carrots are going to die. All of these potatoes away from this water source are going to die. The trees will likely be fine, because yeah, they do take quite a long time to die. We've got 2.2 days left of the drought, but obviously we have diminishing food sources. Tilly, hey, how you going? I was just saying that it might be pretty laggy. It looks like my GPU is finally at its end. It's still allowing me to play the game, but yeah, it's possible that the stream will be quite laggy. So let me know if it becomes kind of unwatchable. But I was just saying to Cleepor, if it does do that, then we might test Minecraft. That's probably about the only game that it might be okay with, because it's not that GPU intensive. Gonna grab some painkillers, then I'll be paying more attention. No worries. The good news is I have ordered a new GPU already anyway, and that should be on its way this week sometime, hopefully. But yeah, in the meantime, we've kind of got a bit to contend with. And now I notice that we are out of water, and there is still 2.1 days of drought left. I don't see how we're not going to lose any beavers here, which is going to be pretty rough. We've already lost some, actually. We've lost one, two beavers have died of hunger. So there's another one that's just died of hunger. I don't know, maybe we don't want to see that. That's quite sad. I don't know what happens to them at this point. Do they just kind of despawn, or I guess they probably do, because I can't click on these ones anymore. Yeah, that one just despawned. We'll also get some painkillers and blood pressure meds. Is that so you can bear watching this glitchy stream? But yeah, we're in strife here. We're in a lot of strife. We've also got you don't want to see dead beavers. I'll try not to focus on them then. But yeah, they're kind of dropping like flies now. That's 4. The water is what's the serious problem at the moment. I don't know if we could... I mean, obviously the hunger is a problem as well. But yeah, at this point in time, if we're running out of water as well, yeah, we're really going to have issues. I wish I could get these beavers to work over here too, but I can't add any more to this area. Is that one planting something? Oh, that's a baby beaver. Okay. Yeah, this is rough. We're in a very rough situation. But I think what I'm going to have to do is fast forward through this. Because there's not a whole lot I can really do. Once... What we might do actually is... I'm going to see if I can plant another farm... build another farmhouse. Because... what that should then enable us to do is double the workforce. And then at least that way they can be planting things as well. Because at the moment they're just kind of sat there. All they're focusing on harvesting, and they're all starving. So yeah, at least that way. And then even if necessary, we can turn off some of the buildings that aren't doing anything, like the water building, and just make sure that we have workforce for that. Because yeah, the food is the situation that we kind of the water kind of is what it is. It's partly my fault for not closing the dam off early enough, but also not gathering enough water. So we probably need to look into how we up our water production as well. Because yeah, having said that, the drought is slowly coming to an end. Looking at just one day, and I can only see 2, maybe 4 thirsty beavers. Of course, the issue is that we just literally have no water, so it's going to take them quite some time to kind of, yeah, bring that back. Now we've lost 5 by the looks of it. Okay, this is good. Okay, so let's shut off some of these. Anything that's not kind of doing anything for us. Yeah, even this. And hopefully they will have populated there. No, we need one more potentially. Yeah. Okay, let's fast forward. There's one more that has died of hunger. Okay, so the good thing is what we have now is we have one set of 3 workers prioritizing planting and one set of 3 workers prioritizing harvesting. You're really cold. Uggs, socks, heater, blanket, still cold. You hate winter. I don't mind winter. But yeah, I don't know if you were listening at the same time as doing that, but yeah, we've lost probably like I think we're up to like 8, maybe even 8 beavers now that we've lost. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. No, it's more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 beavers so far. So yeah, look, not ideal, and then we might start seeing some that are going to start dying of thirst now as well, because yeah, I think potentially the thirst will... Oh, does this give us more info? Beaver will die soon. No, it doesn't really tell us much. I kind of wish they had like a hibernation type thing where they could, you know, you could say, well, don't worry about like this, for example, this. Like there's no requirement that this beaver should be getting logs right now. Like that's probably the last thing they should be worrying about. You know, they should be concentrating on staying alive and not starving. But yeah, apparently that's not an option. So we'll crack on, and again I might fast forward here. At least if we can get through the drought, we'll alleviate some of the problems with the water, and then yeah, what do we do at that point? Then I'm probably going to want to turn off a couple of buildings to, so for example, might turn these off, and I'll do this preemptively so they can go to it immediately, and then send them to these water pumps so that as soon as the drought finishes, we have workers in these pumps ready to go. So each of these pumps should now have water. Oh, a worker even. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's fast forward through this last bit. So we're back down to 51 beavers. I would also expect that we would lose some past the point where things come good, because they won't be able to catch up with things all that well. Yeah, I can see a lot of thirsty beavers now. Yeah, almost all of them have the double problem. I don't know. Some of these names are hilarious. But yeah, let's just get through this drought to start with. I hadn't, yeah, like, the droughts get full on quickly, right? Like, to go from a 4-day drought to an 8-day drought seems pretty gnarly. Things change pretty quickly. Okay, drought's ended. The water should be coming back. And we got a few beavers just dying of old age as well, which is interesting. Are there even any left over here? No, there's only 2 beavers left over in this new district. Too sad about the dead beavers to even make any thirsty deep beaver jokes. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's really not ideal. And look at our well-being rating. -12. It was a planned culling. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, the water's slow, very slow though. Why is it so slow? That's kind of slower than normal. I guess maybe because it was a longer drought. It takes longer to flow back down. That's brutal. District 9 is collapsing. Yeah, there's only 2 beavers there now. At least Shane survived. But yeah, there's we're under 50 now, 49. And this water's, yeah, taking its sweet time to come down here. I suppose we should fast forward again, try and get this moving. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see which jobs we obviously want to prioritize the farms and the water as our jobs. This guy doesn't need to be working, because this is turned off anyway. Oh, hang on, water's flowing now. Here we go. We're in a better spot here now, hopefully. Hopefully the stream is holding out too. It looks like things have settled down a little bit from what I can see, which is good news. But I think that, yeah, I think City Skylines would not work anymore. That's what the government wanted. Yeah, they didn't want the District 9 to succeed. I feel like even having another one of these, maybe over here, would that work on the lower land like that? Let's try it. Water dump, irrigation. Pumps up water. Oh wow, that's expensive though. Pumps water on one side and discharges it on the other. Interesting. More efficient than a regular pump. Okay. Here we go. Maximum depth is 2. So yes, theoretically this will work. What we need to do is probably remove at least that stump. And I guess we may as well remove them all. The dam, yeah, half open. So yeah, things are coming back to life. I'd say all of this died, yeah. So I don't know how can we just replant? Is that how that works? I don't know. Oh, I turned this off, didn't I? So let's see. Do we have the workers? No. Okay, let's take some workers from here. Bring them to 4 each. So we still want people to be people. I keep saying people. Are the Clee and Tilly Beavers dead? I think I saw. Oh no, Shane. No, Shane died of hunger. Clee died of hunger. I think Tilly died of old age. Yeah, there. So we need to get some new naming happening here as well, don't we then? The problem is I don't want to name ones and then they die again. Because, yeah, they're still all in a lot of trouble. So, it's not ideal. Maybe we should hold off naming. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like everyone's dead. Hang on. Have we got anyone left? Yeah, no. Everyone. Yeah, Tilly, you're the one. Your beaver was the one that kind of got the best out of that situation. Because I mean, you know, old age, that beaver was going to die anyway. So, so what is? Are they automatically going to replant that? I'm putting carrots there because they grow quicker, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Okay, I'd like them to get these pumps going over here. Aged out, yeah. Alright, let's just open this up as well and get some water back in here, if it'll do that. That's kind of at the right level. I always flood this when I try and do this. But yeah, I think we are still losing beavers too. 47. We'll keep an eye on that. So Shane was the last one to go there. And how's District 42 going here? They've all left. That's fine. We'll leave that as is for now. We'll leave. District 9 will be abandoned for now. Got to try and get this district back on its feet, and then we'll think about that. We'll rethink everything again. Blap, how you doing? Good to see you. We've just suffered great loss here this evening. Yeah, we've lost. I'd say we're getting close to losing 15 beavers altogether. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but you know, lessons learned. And then of course the other issue is, as you might have seen on Discord, yeah, the GPU on this computer is suffering. So luckily I've already ordered a new one. So new GPU should be on its way hopefully this week, and it will set us up well into the future. There's a few new games coming out that would have required me to upgrade anyway, so it's not a huge issue. But yeah, even with this game, which is probably, I would have thought, fairly light on GPU, all things considered, it's still running at like 99% for a large majority of the time. So yeah, not ideal. And then it's causing everything to drop frames as well. So if the stream's a little bit in and out, that's probably what that is. But yeah, as I've said to the others, let me know if it becomes unwatchable. We can swap over to something like Minecraft. Minecraft's probably be about the only thing that if it starts failing completely on Timberborn, Minecraft's probably about the only thing it's going to cope with. But even then, yeah, hopefully the new one comes sooner rather than later. Alright, how are they doing here? We got the logs, they just need to build it. So so far we haven't lost any more since Shane. I would presume that the District 9 Beavers had no water over there either, because it would have had to have been taken from, what do we call this district again? Johan's Beaver? Is that how I say it? Yeah, that's where that would have had to have come from. Now, is there a worker there? There is. Goodo. It's looking good to you. Okay, good. Good. Surprised that Minecraft might work. I think out of, like, obviously cities is the thing that is the worst for it. Because it's, even though probably the base game isn't too bad, but because I have a lot of graphical mods in it, that's really pushed the GPU more recently. Cities is usually more a RAM intensive game, which I am also upgrading my RAM from 32 up to 64 while I'm there. But yeah, I don't know. I think Minecraft wouldn't be all that GPU intensive. It's probably more GPU intensive than the base game of City Skylines might be. But I don't know, maybe I should have a look more into that, but I feel like it might work better in this type of situation anyway. But I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so we're tracking all right now. I was saying in the last stream, getting a dam across here I think seems quite important. I just feel like I think that's probably far off though. I'm just very aware that 8-day drought, that was a killer, quite literally. Right. Oh, Johannesburg, but Beaver instead of Berg. Okay, I get it. I haven't seen the movie District 9. No, I haven't. In fact, I was asking Cleepor today if she knew what it was. We googled it and we figured it out. But yeah, 64 gigabytes of RAM and a new GPU machine is going to scream. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be playing City Skylines like silky smooth, which would be good. And then the new City Skylines game comes out in October, so it's well above the recommended specs for that. So that should be really good as well. But yeah, it's rough at the moment. Keeps dropping FPS as well. I'm surprised you guys aren't having more issues. But I'm glad you're not. Yeah. So that we don't really seem to be making a huge amount of progress now. We don't, like, this food is, because a lot of it died, we're still kind of struggling with that. And yeah, really it's just a waiting game. What we don't want to find ourselves in is like a situation where the droughts just keep coming and we're unprepared each time. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how to kind of fix that. That's why I was kind of looking over here and thinking, perhaps we should have, and we could still do this. We could kind of semi-abandon District 9 and then put a second, or I guess it would be a third district over here, and then that way at least we could dam off this area, so when we are getting those really long droughts, we've got a really large body of water here to work with. And we've still got a ruin over here, so we can still be collecting metal. So I think that might be the go, to be honest. I think if we can recover from all of this, then I think that might be the best way forward. And you know, we won't dismantle anything in District 9, but we'll leave all of that there, and then hopefully we'll have an opportunity to come back to it later. But I feel like this is going to be more beneficial for us over at this end, where we can have a dam across here. So far so good. Excellent. It has settled down. I can see the rendering lags dropped to 1.4%. The skip frame, the encoding lags dropped to 3.5%. So that's much better. Can you turn off District 9? Yeah, we could. I don't know that we necessarily need to, though, because there's no... The 2 beavers that were here died. I probably should have moved them out. But yeah, I thought things would start transferring across here. But yeah, the 2 beavers that were there, I don't know what happens if we pause it. Nothing much. So it may as well just kind of sit there. Yeah, there's nothing really. Oh, there's some gears there. There's no food. I don't know how we go about transferring this stuff back, but I guess for now we're not really worried too much about it anyway. The scrap metal we're eventually going to want when we want to build this. But like I said before as well, so that needs 30 scrap metal to be built. How much have we got there? Only 7. So I guess if we're going over here anyway, we'll have access to that this ruin over here anyway, so we can start building that. But yeah, at this point we kind of need to figure out how we're going to survive because they're still all struggling with everything and we're still losing beavers. I'm not sure how it goes in terms of you know, if they're aware that things aren't quite right, whether they stop having children. They probably do, even though there's spaces to have children. Because yeah, we've currently got 27 beds that are free, and they don't appear to be having any babies. So I would presume that they have to have a certain well-being before they have babies, which makes sense. But yeah, we could find that we keep losing more. I wonder if turning these off might help a little bit. Does that remove the beds available? Yeah, it does. I will just turn it off, maybe. Yeah. Okay. I wonder, actually, does it have... Okay, it does have... keep some of the stats there still. But yeah, obviously with the lack of any actual beavers there, it's not gonna have anything. Shane, how you going? Yes, it certainly does, and it still does, to be honest. So apologies if it's a bit framey. But yeah, it's my understanding that the GPU is on its way out, and that's a shame. But the good news is I've already ordered another one. I actually ordered it last week because I was looking to upgrade anyway. So hopefully that will arrive this coming week. And provided I don't blow the computer up putting it into the computer, because I'm not very... I haven't done much of that before. We should hopefully be right later in the week to get back to cities. I'm annoyed because yeah, I was really enjoying Cooper County, and I tried it just before stream, and yeah, it was rough. I had it on the lowest settings that I could possibly have, and even that, like the lowest graphical settings, and even that was dropping like 50% of frames due to rendering and encoding lag, and it was, yeah, it was rough. Hopefully it will help with City Skylines 2 later. I think it will, yeah, because I'm also, while I'm doing it, I'm upgrading the RAM, so we'll be going from 32 up to 64 RAM, and yeah, it's a RTX 470 GPU is what I've gone for, so it's a pretty good GPU. That's clever. If only humans would do that. Yeah, stop breeding when things are a little rough. Seems to be the opposite, isn't it? Humans. But yeah, I think you're right, Shane. I think like I said, I was planning to upgrade the GPU anyway, and especially once I saw the specs for City Skylines 2, I was like, well, that's probably going to have to happen anyway. So yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. I just wish that I had perhaps noticed it earlier, and we wouldn't quite be in this having this problem. But you know, it is what it is.